Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first live broadcast for today. And what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate a simple, proven process that works for anybody that is trying to build a network marketing business. Now, for those of you that have been here many times, you always hear me say that the one thing that you can be prepared for is the fact that there are going to be changes. And this morning, working with Carol, one of my new coaching students, she received an interesting message from LinkedIn. Let's just go over here and okay. So, let's bring this up. Okay, so LinkedIn now caps the number of searches that actually this is an old image. This was initially published back in 2015. Okay, this is the subject, but now, as some of you are aware, they're making some more changes. So for one thing, they're giving you the names of people when you do a search on the first, second, and third level, but they're placing a limit on your searches. So if you're doing a lot of searches, now we've already seen it's been 25 a week. I'm sorry, it's been 100 a week. Now what they're going to do is they're going to really limit it. This was written, there's no date on this. See, this was published a long time ago. But the bottom line is they're limiting the number of searches. They want to, they're almost like a drug dealer, okay? They get you hooked on the process to where you got to have it. And then they limit your use, they limit your ability, and then they want to charge you, okay? So at some point in time, like it or not, you got to be prepared to pay for it, all right? So Carol, I'm going to unmute you because Carol's got some really terrific questions, and the first one that I wanted to address, why don't you kind of ask me the question again so I can.
Well, sure, and basically there's a little cringeworthy factor that happens to me when I get to the point where I talk to people about network marketing because I work with a company that drills into us that we're not MLM, we are not network marketing, and so I struggle with when it comes time to do that. How do I say it? How do I say it and still, do what my company is telling me to do, which is to not subscribe to that?
All right. Well, first, there are a number of network marketing companies out there, network marketing, multi-level marketing companies that have described themselves a different way. Your company refers to all of you as a consumer direct company. There's also their relationship marketing. There's probably half a dozen different terms used to describe the business. Now, you could say, and justifiably, that the compensation plan is different than what you find in network marketing. There's a lot of things that are different about your company, but it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, the bottom line is, if you say to somebody, are you familiar with consumer direct marketing? People are going to go, no, I never heard of it. But as soon as you mention the the name of your company. I work with a company called Melaleuca. Like it or not, the perception of the general public that's out there is that Melaleuca is in the network marketing field. Now, let me just show you this. Last year, over the Federal Trade Commission, all right, sent warning letters last year to multi-level marketing companies. And you see, the company is responsible for the actions of the distributor. So if there are distributors out there making income claims or making product result claims, they go after the company. The company is responsible for your actions. The company, in turn, is going to come after you. So last year, the Federal Trade Commission sent out warning letters to multi-level marketers and to companies. So let's just come over here and take a look at one. Sends a second round of warning letters to multi-level marketers regarding coronavirus-related health and earning claims. Letters to 6 companies target deceptive claims. We come down here, Isagenix, Juice Plus, earnings claims, Melaleuca. So if the Federal Trade Commission, okay, lumps you guys into the network marketing, multi-level marketing field, like it or not, the general public puts you in that category too. Now, you could always explain, well, we're not really, but the truth is, if somebody has a negative attitude about network marketing or multi-level marketing, you can deal with that up front, all right? In other words, if somebody has a negative feeling about it, there's typically a reason why. So you want to find out why. Because if somebody doesn't have a good feeling about network marketing, but you do, well, then the reason is that you've got better information than that person does. Or maybe their experience with network marketing occurred 10 years ago, 9 years ago. So just because someone has a bad experience, in fact, we have in our scripts book, in the example of the feel, felt, found example. Listen, I know how you feel, okay? I used to feel that way about network marketing too. I didn't want to go chase my friends. I didn't want to have to go over people's house and hit them over the head. No. I felt exactly the same way you do. In fact, I swore I would never do another network marketing company because I tried half a dozen. And then one day, a friend showed me that it was possible to build a network marketing business on the internet that totally eliminated all the things I hated about doing it before. I gave it another try, and I'm so glad I did. Would you be willing to take another look? Because I wouldn't be, knowing how you feel about network marketing, I wouldn't even be bringing it up if I didn't know that if you gave it another shot, you'd be very happy and you'd be very successful in my business. So, like it or not, it's kind of like back when I first started to teach this in the AOL days, people resented having to pay that $19 a month membership to have access to 36 million people. Some people don't want to pay, the $79 a month to have access to Sales Navigator, or they've got less expensive programs, but what you want is Sales Navigator. And what you have to do is you just have to resign yourself to the fact that LinkedIn Sales Navigator is going to give you direct, free, easy access to 772 million people, although I believe the number is greater than that. If you were buying leads, it's like a super bargain. So, Carol, does that help you?
Yes, it actually does. And I think I just needed to have you say that exactly what you said.
Uh-huh.
The perception's everything with everybody.
Exactly.
And if you can, work on a relationship where you can show them and turn around. I'm just afraid to put it out there, but I'll get over it.
No. Well, you're putting it out there at the appropriate time. It's part of the qualifying process, and so it's part of your filtering process. It's just like, I'll give you another example. If you were selling filet mignon at 2 cents a pound, and you were at you were staying at a hotel and they had a vegetarian convention. Okay, so everybody that's walking around that's wearing a vegetarian pin on their shirt, you know they're not interested in meat. But so if you got into an elevator and it was full of people, and you just wanted to strike up conversations, looking at everybody and going, does anybody in this elevator eat meat? Everybody would start to laugh, and but you have to filter and qualify folks. And there are some wonderful people out there that have been burned, or maybe a family member has been burned. They don't know. They know what they know, but you want to save time. You don't. If you don't do it, you end up showing people the business, and then they come back and they tell you, no, it's not for me. Or sometimes you send them information on your company and they unfriend you. They disconnect you because I didn't realize you were one of those pyramid pushers. So finding, you almost like become an ambassador, for the industry, and feel good about it. Because unfortunately, you've got something that people need, and you've got a solution for folks that are struggling. Not only the fact that you're working with a great company and there's a great income opportunity, but the other thing is you have something that most network marketers don't have, and that is a viable, simple way for people that want to build a network marketing business to do it, thanks to LinkedIn, thanks to other social networks that gives you access to so many people. So that's powerful, and we just have to, again, it's all about the other person. You want to find out about them as you're introducing your business, okay? So what were some of the other things we wanted to look at?
Well, Amber Drake. Now, Amber Drake had said that she would listen or wanted to know more. I did not yet get to the network marketing question with her. I'm pretty sure she has no idea what it is. She's very young, but it just didn't go that way. And then I kind of strategically put her off for a while until I could figure out what my next move was.
Okay, so helping moms grow their businesses, save time for their families by taking the workload off their shoulders. So she's starting a bookkeeping business. All right. So now that I have my business up and running, she's online bookkeeper, virtual bookkeeper. And so she started it this year. And before that, she was a machine operator. So she learned how to be a bookkeeper. Right? Now, so you reached out to her. So she said, I got my first lead on here. Okay, so she's looking to start this business to generate income so that she can afford to go to school, become a CPA. So her passion is with, she's got a business, she's trying to get it going, and so how much income have you managed to generate so far? No income. My first lead wasn't quite ready to start working with me. So I'm going to be implementing a new marketing strategy. Okay, so she's trying something. So now, what are you going to be doing to bring in income while you're building your business? So her fiance is working 2 jobs, which is really, terrific. And okay, so now that we identified the need, while it can sometimes take time to build any business once it starts, thanks to social networks like LinkedIn, it's possible to get customers for your business quickly without spending money on leads, which can be expensive. Okay? So we talked about, now you're talking about your business. And she came back and she says, well, I'm willing to look at it, but I don't know if I'll be able to implement anything at this point. Money's tight. Okay. Okay, now, she's in the process of signing up her first client. All right, now that for her, that's exciting. All right, now,
I know I didn't end that with a question, but
well, that's okay. That's okay. All right. So here's the thing. Because working with you, she could generate side income. Now, what is holding her back from doing that is she's thinking, I don't have an extra $100 to invest in starting up a business. And so the thing is that, your company manufactures over 400 products that people use in the home. Have a lot of green, non-toxic products that women with young children love. And many of the products that our company manufactures, she's already buying at a grocery store. So it's not like she's going to spend $100 extra. What she's going to do is, instead of buying the products from Target or Walmart or Sam's Club, she can buy them from her own company at comparable prices and be able to make money as well. Now, and now the other thing, that the other benefit of working with you is you can show her how to take what you're going to teach her to build your business. She'll be able to start looking for clients on LinkedIn, as well, because there's going to be a limit to the number of people that she can get the way she's doing it. But you want to congratulate her. Hey, listen, congratulations, you're on your way. If she wants to pick up the pace, you'd be happy to show her how she could get clients for her CPA business on the internet. But however, at the same time, you could show her how she could bring people into the business, help those people get 8 customers, make $500. And so, I mean, she, you know, an extra $500 a week, would that help her? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the way. That's kind of the way it's going to go. But you always have to be aware of what the people you're talking to, what are their dreams? Well, you know, what are they interested? You have to be able to put the two of them together. A lot of times we look at conversations with our students and prospects, and there's no real fit. There's no, you know, there's no connection. There's no natural attraction between the person that you're talking to and your company, your products. And when there are so many people out there, you know, that have that attraction, that have that ability to be able to jump in and really do something. It's crazy to me. People want a remote service, but don't look for them online. It makes no sense. So actually, many people today, says here, I would say more people than you realize look for remote services, you know, over, you know, on the internet. The challenge is that, you know, having a bookkeeper, you know, you're basically, what are we doing? We're opening up our life to someone. You know, you really want to know who you're doing business with. You know, that's why your profile really has to have, you know, you have to really give the person that's looking at your profile a sense of your credibility, which is the reason why, you know, most people get into a network marketing company because somebody that they know told them about something. They figure, well, there's my friend. My friend's not going to tell me anything that would hurt me. It wouldn't tell me about anything that's bad. So what I would say, people want a remote service, but don't look for them online. Well, and it makes no sense. Well, we all know what we know. So what I would say is there are a lot more people looking for remote services than you realize. Let's just take a quick look at her profile. And the counting, carver, bookkeeping.
Yeah, that's a little odd to me.
Well, yeah. So you know, I might even ask, say, how'd you come up with the name the counting carver? Okay, because you know, if you want to do business on the internet, you know, you really want to provide people with enough information. You know, so where'd you come up with the name the counting carver? You know, just as a part of getting to know the other person. Okay? You got somebody else you want me to look at?
Yeah, let's look at, Jessica Poletti. She's brand new, and you know, she wants to know more about what I'm doing, and so I have not yet put out the line about how I have a growing internet business. I haven't even gotten there. She's brand new, but I'm noticing that a lot of people are asking me, what is it that you do? And
right.
So I know about the growing internet business, but I want to have a little bit more of the next, the part that comes after that, before I just say, you know, I have a health and wellness business, and I coach other people to be successful in that, doing the same thing that I'm doing.
Okay, this is a classic example. I just got this from another coaching student. So let me just bring this over because it relates to what we're talking about here. So on Saturday, I got this from Jennifer. Hope you have it. I want to let you know that I just signed up a new customer that I've never talked to before, just by answering the question, "What do you do?" Okay, crafting that answer with me is worth more than I imagined. Instead of just replying, "I'm in the Navy Reserves," and leaving it at that, this person was intrigued by my online health and wellness business. So we set up a good day and time for an appointment, showed her the business, and she signed up. So what's happening here is when you ask people what they do, they are naturally going to come back and ask you what you do, right? And so now when we come back, we say, I sold my music school, and now I've got a growing internet business. People are naturally going to be interested in what it is. And so you would be delighted to tell people about your business. It's over the internet, it's virtual. And before you go into the details, what you want to know is, again, to save time, to have a sense of how much information, how much explaining do I really have to do. You want to know, well, what do you know about network marketing? What experience have you had with network marketing? Now, when you say that initially, and it's over the internet, people are thinking network, computers, networks, social networks, marketing, marketing, advertising. They don't connect the term network marketing with multi-level marketing, with companies like Amway, Avon, Mary Kay. So all you're trying to do is crystallize in the person's mind what we're going to be talking about. Okay, I mean, apples are apples, oranges are oranges. So when let's just take a look at a profile for a minute. And so you look for somebody result-driven, goes beyond the job to deliver improved customer service. These are the kinds of people that, your 8 years of experience, social media, advertising campaigns. So she knows how to talk to people. And so she's been looking for something since December. Now, here she was a licensed massage therapist. And she had her own business for 4 years. Now, anybody that's been a massage therapist for 4 years knows all about network marketing. All right? Because massage therapists typically have as a side business some network marketing company to generate additional income. Now, down here, she also had another business for 5 years, permit service. Now we come down here again, massage therapist. So while she was a massage therapist, she also had this side business. She's also a sales agent. So she's got experience in sales. She has experience dealing with the public. I mean, she has the skill set necessary to be very, very successful in network marketing. So in this particular case, the questions you would have is, well, according to this, she had this business for 4 years. So one question would be, I think she told you why she closed it. So the question is, what have you been doing for the last 5 months? And so let's come over here and see. Okay, so I'd love to hear more about your mentoring work. Sounds exciting. Other careers. I realize that while I love business, I'm far more passionate about it when I'm helping someone realize their potential. Hey, so we're both on the same page. We're both on the same page. God, we have so much in common. So when did she send you this? She sent you this on last Wednesday. Well,
No, yesterday.
oh, she sent this yesterday. Okay, so she sent you this yesterday. I love business. Okay, so we could come back. I'd like to hear more about your mentoring work. Well, we could say, I'd love to hear more about your mentoring work. Well, your mentoring work is part of your business. And so, what would we say about that? We would say, I'm passionate about it when I help someone realize their potential. So we'll go helping someone realize their potential. And then realize their potential, goals, and then helping them exceed is now try an opportunity other careers. Now we could start out again using the transition line. Okay, this is why we don't just want to hit her with, there are opportunities out there, blah blah blah. Would you like to take a look? So she says here, we can start out by saying there are many out there today others to be very successful. Now, we could also say, especially people like you with a true mantra mindset. Now you gotta love spell check. Okay, so now, separate sentence. Helping someone realize their potential and then helping them exceed their goals is what my mentoring work is all about. Okay, so now what we want to do, and I'd be delighted to tell you more, what I do. But then what we're going to do is we're going to ask her some questions back. Okay? So one of the things that we looked at was, now she told us why she closed this, why she closed the massage therapy business. But she also had a permit service business. So I noticed had a for 5 years. Now, if I'm not mistaken, 2012 to 2017. So that was while she was in it, while she was working as a massage therapist. Now, why do we want to know what was the story there? That you had a permit service business for 5 years while...
Looked like it overlapped a year or so.
Yeah. What was that all about? Now, the more you know about the other person, the more you're going to be able to, what was that all about? So what was that? And then we could say, why? Okay? Because remember, we could say right here, most of the massage therapists that I work with all have some network marketing experience. What company do you work with? Or have you worked with? But let me just come back up here for just a second, okay? Because we're going to do something else. First, I'm going to bring up our little scripts thing here. And we're going to come down here and let's send her a little bit of a motivational quote. Future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Okay, well, first what I need to do is I need to copy this. And I'm going to save that here. Then we can come back over here. Let's get rid of this. And then let's copy that. That with a friend this morning and thought it too. Then we're going to come back now. The other thing is it gives you a chance to think.
Mm-hmm.
So now what we could do is we could say, we have a lot in common. Paste that in here. we have so much in common, it's no wonder LinkedIn, because what we set up here is initially you page them up on LinkedIn. We have so much in common, it's no wonder LinkedIn suggested that we connect. For people like you that have a passion for helping others be successful, especially people with a true entrepreneurial mindset. We could say, and now we made a statement, now we're going to ask you a question. So now we're asking her, now when she comes back to you and she says, well, tell me more about your business, then now we could say many of the professionals that you could say many of the entrepreneurs, well, you could use massage therapists. Many of the massage therapists that I work with have turned to, or many entrepreneurs, I mean, you got a choice. It could be the massage therapist, have turned to working with you on the internet and launching a new business. And then, of course, the general question is, you know, what experience have you had with network marketing? Because you got to get it out there, knowing full well that she probably has some experience. She's got to have some experience. And if she says, well, I don't really know anything about network marketing, then your response would be, well, when I talk about network marketing, I'm talking about companies like, when you're talking to a woman, you could say, don't be afraid of Amway. But certainly you could talk about New Skin, you could talk about Mary Kay, you could talk about Avon. Now those are more direct sales, but just so she has in her head, because a lot of people tried Mary Kay or Avon, they didn't like it because it was door to door. Well, no, that was years ago. Even though those companies have had to shift because of COVID. So, and listen, let's see what she says. See, this is the point. This is where we're going to spend most of our time coaching. You're making those first connections, you're making the second connections, and then we're going to jump in here, and I'm going to help you with moving the conversation along. And there are about maybe 12 or 13 variations of where these conversations are going to go. And once you've been through them once or twice, you know, you'll have the whole thing. You'll have the whole thing wired. So,
Thank you,
but just don't give you know, that network marketing, and you're not alone. Okay, there are a lot of people out there that feel exactly the same way that you do. And you know, we know what we know. What we don't know. What we don't know. And with your profile set up the way it's set up, you are perfectly positioned let's see. Sure. Let me talk to Shirley. Let me look up Shirley. Okay. Okay, so let me unmute Shirley for just a minute because she's got a. So Shirley sent me this. Thank you for this conversation. Money is tight. I must invest in myself to grow spiritually, emotionally, and financially to be free. Well, that's probably why you got into network marketing. And Shirley may not be able to work because, or may not be able to talk because she could be at work. Okay, but look, here's the thing. There are many ways to get the skills to be successful in network marketing, right? And it's acquired, those skills are acquired with practice and with just talking to people, practice talking to people. So, but the statement you made about, I must invest in myself, and that's what network marketing is all about, personal development. That's why, one of the first things I do when I talk to a potential coaching student is, how committed are you to building your business? Now, why would somebody that aspires to be a good tennis player hire somebody to teach them how to play tennis? When I was 40 years old and I went skiing for the first time in my life, I spent 2 weeks in Vail, Colorado. I had a ski instructor the entire time. I never got hurt, never got lost on the slopes. It was a delightful experience. I've gone skiing 5 times, and every time I went skiing, I had a ski instructor. You want to learn how to play tennis? You could get out there and, just practice through experience and repetition. We all get better. But if you had a coach working with you and helping you, then you're going to go faster. That's why, for those of you that are students, for those of you that have been in, for those of you that were in my last boot camp, okay? People that every month's boot camp is different. We've upgraded, since we first released the texting scripts, we've updated this twice. The profile checklist is in the process of being up. It changes all the time. Now, for those of you that were in the April boot camp, guess what? LinkedIn, since we did, in the last 2 weeks, we've discovered a number of things that are brand new. So when it comes to connecting with people or connecting with perfect prospects, training here is going to be way, way different than the previous one. So boot camps are like gym memberships. Personal coaching is what helps people move through the process faster. We have a number of my coaching students here this morning. I truly wish I could work with all of you in my coaching program. Unfortunately, I only work with 25 people a month. But if there is someone that's interested in my coaching program, then type coaching and put your phone number in the chat window, and I'll have one of my staff members call you. My coaching program has changed over the last 2 years. Because, see, it's not about me training you how to become a good prospector and a recruiter. You don't go to the top of your business by yourself. So all of my coaching students, I put them in 3 boot camps. I put them in one of our top earner retreats, give them our 90-day game plan so they have all the information they possibly need to be successful. And then I help you. If you don't have 5 people that are committed to building the business like you are, then one of our goals is going to be, once you learn how to prospect and recruit, to find 5 people. Like, and I have to tell you, Carol, that massage therapist, she'd be fabulous. So not only am I going to teach you how to do this, I'm going to teach you how to train her. And then what we're going to do is we'll take 5 of your new recruits. We'll put them in a couple of boot camps. We'll put them in, you're going to give them a lot of my trainings to help move them along. Okay, let's see here. When someone asks, how are you, right off the bat, how are you, right off the bat, Debbie, when somebody asks you, how are you, it's no, they're not asking, they're not, let me unmute Debbie.
Oh, hey, Max.
Yeah, good morning. When somebody asks right off the bat, how are you? They don't know anything. It's kind of like a way for people to start a conversation. I mean, how are you? I'm wonderful. But they're not necessarily. They're not asking what you do. They're asking. That's a condition. How are you? I am great. Now you could answer their question by saying, I am really, I am fabulous. Okay. I mean, I started an internet business that is exploding, or you could do it like that. You could say, how am I? Man, I am wonderful. I've had, over the years, I've had a number of businesses, and I recently started an internet business that has exploded. I'm ecstatic. I mean, I'm loving life. Okay, and so you could do that, and then give them that little thing, and then say, well, what do you do? So I can see where you could use that, because they're asking you about your condition, and your condition of euphoria is based on what you're currently doing. So I could see where you could do that, and it would be an opportunity to do that. So that's kind of you could certainly do that. And it would be perfectly appropriate. You're telling people what you do initially, and then what are we doing? We're moving right over to talk about them. And they're going to come back and ask you more about your internet business. Did that help?
It did, but you could go a different way as well, right?
Oh, sure. You could just say, oh, listen, I'm great. Life is good. And then, start asking them questions. Absolutely.
Okay.
That's okay. Now, all right. Now, James said, what's happening? He hits 25 searches, and he got the message that he hit his monthly limit. So, James, what you're going to want to do is, if let me unmute James for a minute.
Hey, Max.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay.
Okay, so does Scott have?
Hang on a second. Go ahead. I switch audio. I'm good.
All right. Has Scott ever taken advantage of one of their paid services yet?
Yeah, he did, and he's the guy that he asked you that question a couple of days ago, and they've taken away his option to. They said they give you the option to renew at a discount. Well, they've removed that from him. That link is no longer there.
Okay, you know what I would do? I would have him right back to LinkedIn and tell him that, a week or so ago, you guys offered me an opportunity to renew. Could you send me the link again? I'm going to give it another try.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, and that's the best. But see, I told all of you that, when you all started working with me, that these social networks are changing all the time. And I think using the example of a drug dealer is not really a bad example. I had some friends when I first got into network marketing that had a company called Achievers Unlimited. They had a company that they had a product that was loaded up with a chemical called ephedra. And what ephedra was ultimately banned by the by the Food and Drug Administration as being harmful. But the way you built the business is you gave people a week's supply. In a little package, you gave them 7 packets. So they take it every day for 7 days, and they felt good. That it kind of raised up their. They gave them a little bit of a high, and then at the end of 7 days, when they didn't have it to take anymore, you started to come down. You had to have more, and that's the way it became a multi-million-dollar company until the government came in and shut it down. You could also buy similar products at the gas station with ephedra. So what LinkedIn is doing is they've been giving everybody an opportunity to get in here to search unlimited. That's why instead of growing at the rate of 4 or 5 million people a month, they're 8 million. They've doubled their growth. They've given everybody the chance to get in there to search, to do this, do this. Now they're coming back and they're saying, whoa, no. Nope, you want to do it, you got to pay. And some people will pay, the smart ones will pay. Okay? Yeah, it's exact, and LinkedIn isn't the first social network that's done it. Okay? They want to bring you in, they relax the rules. They'll let you do just about anything. And this is going to change up the nature of our, upcoming boot camp, because things change. And there are so many people, my friends, on LinkedIn that are clearly candidates for your business. And it's all about practice. So for those of you, I wish I could coach all of it, but what you do is you just stay in coaching every month. It's like a gym membership. Every month. And because every month you're going to be learning new things while we build an additional layer of knowledge about how LinkedIn works, how Facebook works, how to search, how to qualify people. And that's what it's all about. So, Shirley, you're investing. The time that you spend devoted to building your network marketing business all by itself is an investment. If you devoted 3 hours a day to building your network marketing business, and let's say minimum wage is supposed to be $15 an hour, that's $45 a day, and you did it 5 days a week, so that's $225 times 4 weeks. So that you're investing $900 a month of your time learning what it takes to be successful in business. Now, some of your hourly rates are a lot higher. Don't sell yourself short. For those of you that are trying to build a network marketing business, and you could go out and you can get a part-time job and you could make $300 a week. That's $1,200 a month of lost revenue while you are devoting that time to building your business. The end goal is to make it pay. And how do you make your business pay? You make it pay by talking to people. That's what it's all about. You are in a business that's all about relationships, and it's all about talking to people. Somebody tells you you can build a network marketing business without talking to people, they're lying to you. They're trying to sell you the Brooklyn Bridge. Now, we're going to be back at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll have another Ask Max session. I really appreciate Carol's participation today, as well as Debbie's. We're here to help all of you. You're never going to run into anybody that is more passionate about the network marketing industry than me, or I wouldn't be doing this. It drives me crazy that there's so many people out there teaching bogus stuff. If there was a faster, easier way to do this, somebody else discovered, a faster and easier way to do this, hey, I'd be teaching that. And I want to thank, Carol, because in Carol's message to me, that's what my students do. I mean, last week, James passed along some information that was invaluable. No one person can know it all. And I appreciate my students feeding me with a lot of the newer things. That's why our boot camps are all different. So until next time, best of luck in building your business. God bless. I'm here for all of you.